It is time, my friends, for an irrefutable... Shit. It is time, my friends, for an irrefutable, unbiased, and completely objective tier list. 28 enter and 28 leave. In different places on a tier list. Who shall rise, and who shall fall, and who shall be at the top of this glory? It's Plasmanto. So, as you can probably tell, I am doing a tier list, because Voltage is stealing all the Cap content, and I want a slice of that. By the way, subscribe to his channel, down below. So let's start. Argonaut. The glorious Argonaut. He's pretty good competitively. I mean, like, I like him. Like, he's not super amazing. It's not super solid to me. Because, like, his design really isn't doing much for him. Although, it kind of just, like, anthropomorphic squid. Who's also a pirate. So, like, I like it competitively, but I don't like his design as much as I could. So, it's probably, like, a solid B. Yeah, it's a solid B. Orimoff. I know the history behind it. It's not pretty. Not pretty. It's pretty damn ugly. It's a very interesting design. I think its status as a pseudo-legendary is interesting. But, like, I don't like it as much because I used to face it in Gen 6. Illusion was obnoxious. Quiver Dance, which just got removed as of this recording, is obnoxious. It's just, like, kind of an okay mon. It's kind of burned me a little bit. It's fine. It's fine. Jumbao. And by the way, I don't have this in any specific order whatsoever. But Jumbao. Probably A. Only thing that hurts it is kind of, like, its weird flavor. Because why the fuck would a tree have flame burst? Why? But otherwise, it's a very nice mon. I've used it a bunch. I love it. It's nice. It's a glorious, glorious mon. Glorious mon. Solid A. Solid A pick. Carabolt. Shit. Carabolt's also a very nice mon. I think its design is on the lower end for me. Because, like, it's physical, but it kind of looks special in places. But it's a very nice mon. It's cool. I don't use it as much as some other grass types, but, like, it's fine. Railgun head. It's probably gonna shoot you. It could stab you from 12 miles away, probably. But it's a fine mon. It just doesn't leave as much of an impression as others on this list. So, B tier. Commodore. My grand foe. Commodore's never done much for me, and, like, I don't like it as much. Because it doesn't have a move pool. It has 4 moves. It runs Belly Drum, Drain Punch, Acrobatics, and Bullet Punch. That is all you ever see. People just Belly Drum, and shit happens. Kind of just a boring mon to me. Like, its design really isn't doing me any favors. Also, why Volt Absorb? But, C-mon. Cyclan, always been a fun mon for me. Very ice buggy. Not even a fucking verb. Not even a fucking verb, that's a fucking adjective. What the fuck? No, but it's always just been a fun mon. It's super fast, super strong. Well, not super strong. It's always been just kind of like an interesting mon to me. One I really like. Just like Bandit, wreck shit. Has Earth Power, has Earthquake. It's a bunch of moves. Bunch of very glorious moves. Just a very fun mon to use. Like, solid S tier for me. Cyclone. It's a mon I like quite a bit. However, isn't, like, doing much particularly for me. You see it kind of a bunch. Like, we have our dragons, we have our electric types, we have a bunch of electric honest. It has coverage, it has recovery. It's a solid mon, it just isn't doing as much as I want it to for me. So it's probably a solid B tier. Colossal, that's a fun mon, Just smashy shits. Can also rebound. Can also use rebound to reflect hazards. It is a phenomenal basketball player, did you know? Like, I've seen it dunk, it fucking dunks from 12 fucking miles away. So yeah, it's a solid A mon. Crucible, keep in mind I'm carrying both Mega and Base in my hand, in this clicker, I guess. But, like, I like its design more as Base, but it's better competitively as Mega. So it kind of just evens out for me. Like, it's not great competitively, and that kind of hurts it for me. I don't want to ever use it in its base form. But, like, I find its Mega kind of lazy, because it just kind of, like, steps out of its pot. I think it's, like, a solid B tier once again. It's like a solid B tier. B tier, yeah. Voodoo. It's pretty bad. It's fucking terrible. It's fucking terrible, Mon. But it's so bad, it's gotten, like, funny again. Like, if you beat someone with a Voodoo, it is considered the ultimate flex. You are so confident that you can beat someone with a figurative and literal sack of shit. It's a funny mon, more than anything, so B. Equilibra, that's why I have this don't know tier. I just don't know enough about it. It just came out today, so fuck up. Fidget, like, I like his design. But, like, kind of Trick Room has hurt it more than anything for me. Probably B. Solid design, solid mon, but Trick Room, just nah. Kerfluffle. Yeah, I like Kerfluffle. I like Kerf. It's not super great right now, but, like, yeah, it hits about as hard as a wet sack of toilet paper, which could hit actually pretty hard when you think about it. But I like the design. I like how it plays. I think Parting Shot is super interesting when you see more of it. She was just better, but still like a solid A-mon for me personally. Oh, Kitsuno. I love Kitsuno. 2 words. Banded Kit. Super fun. Destroy people with Shadow Strike after Shadow Strike after Shadow Strike after Shadow Strike after Shadow Strike. I am not saying Shadow Strike. I am saying Shadow Strike. That is fucking dumb. But it's just a fun mon. It's a super interesting design because it steals the masks of its victims. So, yeah. S tier. Volkraken. It's a solid mon. It's never done too much for me design-wise. It's kind of like a basic squid with weird dots on it. It doesn't really give me much of a fire-typey feel as much to it as it is red squid. But it's still a solid competitive mon. Like, just scarf it, spec it. It'll put in work if you know how to use it. So, solid B. Krilowat. Probably B as well. It's a design that's okay. I think it's kind of a little boring. A little bit. Still a very interesting mon, personally. It has a bunch of coverage. I think the fact that it once had Draco Meteor and Overheat, super fucking cool. Had them removed. It is the coverage mon. If you want coverage, it has it. So, probably B. Malaconda. I've never truly liked Malaconda. Like, Harvest stuff is funny, but, like, I just don't find a point to it a lot of the time. I think its design is kind of okay. It's just never a mon that's, like... It's a mon that's always rubbed me the wrong way, I guess. It's just something I've never liked. Same goes with Molx, mostly. It's a mon that's always been okay. It's kind of cute, but I just don't find a point to it a lot of the time. It's an okay mon. Okay mon. Leviathan. Once again, just, like, not super noticeable to me. Like, its design is okay. It's an okay design. It doesn't give me feelings. It's, like, not super great. Just, like, if you want a Gutsmon, just Colossal if you want. The Sweeper, Ormoth, Crucible, Terrible, Voodoo, I guess. It's just never done much for me, I guess. Nocturna's pretty cool. Nocturna's pretty cool. I'll give Nocturna that. Nocturna is a very cool mon. I think Sketch is cool because you can just obliterate people with Banded V Create on a Grassmon, and it's fucking hilarious. Sketch is super interesting. Shell Smash is okay, it's not as good as pre-nerf, but very nice mon. I think its design is super interesting. Because, like, Grass Geisha, very nice stuff. Very nice stuff. Oh, glorious, Pajantum. I used to not like Pajantum as much. Because I didn't like its design, so, like, if I didn't like its design, probably be about B tier. But right now, I think its design is... I actually love its design. I think it's super creative. And, like, it's just a fun mon. You can do the Rat with Wings special. I refuse to call it special defensive. You can do just, like, a Z-move breaker, and it'll just snap things in half. And, like, Spirit Shackle is so satisfying. It's really interesting typing. It's just a fun mon. It's just a fun mon. Speaking of ghost types, Revenant. C. Just kind of never left a big impression on me. But, you know, still decent. Its double status set is super interesting. Super cool. Well, like, it kind of just dies against a lot of stuff. Like, if you just face something that's faster than you, or just, like, resist Drain Punch, you kind of just, like, guess you die. Pyrook. This is a mon I think is kind of underrated. I'm not super big into competitive, but it's just a mon I like. I think its design is very cool. It's not super great right now, but it's still a pretty decent Stealth Rock setter. You can run Leech Seed, you can run Toxic. There's funny coverage to it. It has Dragon Dance for some ungodly reason. Funny mon. Speaking of lizards, Smokomoto. It's fine. It's fine. Not giving me any super big impressions. I like its design, but, like, it just isn't doing much for me competitively. If you think about it, it's like in a weird spot between being too weak and too slow. It's just like, what do I do? Like, you don't want to run Scarf on it because it has super amazing offensive coverage. If you wanted to run a fire ground type, honestly, Mega Camerupt is better. Because Trick Room exists. So, like, Smokomoto's kind of just okay for me. Same thing with Snailstrom. It's actually worse, but I think its design is a little more interesting. It has a bunch of utility stuff it can do, but it kind of just, like, lost its purpose once big ol' Ziggy kind of left. Alright, Stratagem. Probably A. Yeah, I like it a lot more than Krilowat because they hold the same thing of, you want coverage? We got coverage. You want coverage? We got coverage. Kind of dealio. Fast. It doesn't hit as hard as it should. There's a bunch of coverage. It's Fire Blast, it's Paleo Wave, it is Energy Ball, it's Dazzling Gleam, it is Earth Power. It just has a bunch of coverage. Means it can just shred through a bunch of stuff. That stuff is frail. Like, it just dies to any sort of decently bulky thing. And, like, I like its design. If it was a little stronger, it'd absolutely be S tier. I think it's still a solid mon. Very underrated. Very nice mon. Very nice. And finally, we have Tomahawk. Tomahawk used to be a menace in Gen 6, now it's not. It's okay. It's okay for me. It's not doing too much for me. Probably the idea is for... Yeah, it's kind of just a big momentum sink at this point. So probably B. I think the design is interesting, but it's kind of just, like, lost all its purpose. And I do have Gen 6 flashbacks sometimes, and that's not pleasant whatsoever. So I'll just put it here. And that's the list. That's the list. And if you disagree with me, fuck